Imagine you're floating over what looks like a dark underwater desert. It's silent, silty, and wait, did that piece of seaweed just yawn at me?
Welcome to the weird and wonderful world of Lembeh, Mia. That wasn't seaweed. That was a master of disguise.
It's honestly like entering another dimension.
Hello and welcome to IndoDiveX, a podcast about diving, ocean stories, and the incredible underwater world of Indonesia. I'm Kai.
And I'm Mia. In this podcast, we explore marine life, diving adventures, and the magic of the Coral Triangle.
Today we are heading to the Lembeh Strait in North Sulawesi. It's a place that has earned the title Critter Capital of the World, and for good reason.
Exactly. For those who haven't been, Lembeh isn't your typical postcard dive with sprawling coral gardens and massive schools of fish. It's the global headquarters for muck diving.
Muck sounds a bit uninviting to the uninitiated, doesn't it? But in the diving world, it's like a treasure hunt. You're scanning black volcanic sand, silt, and even natural debris like coconut husks and fallen branches.
It's so cinematic. You descend into this moody, dark landscape, and at first you think there's nothing there. But then your eyes adjust, and you realize the muck is actually teeming with life. These creatures have evolved the most insane survival strategies to hide in plain sight because there's no reef to hide behind.
One of my absolute favorites, and a total legend in Lembeh, is the Mimic Octopus. This thing is a genius. It doesn't just change color, it actually imitates other animals. I've watched one flatten itself to look like a poisonous soul, then suddenly flare out its arms to mimic a lionfish.
It's incredible. And then you have the Flamboyant Cuttlefish. It's tiny, but it looks like a pulsing neon sign. Instead of swimming, it actually walks along the dark sand using its tentacles. It's one of the few venomous cuttlefish in the world, and those bright yellows and purples are a clear warning. Don't mess with me.
It really is like a sci-fi movie down there. And we have to talk about the hairy frogfish. It's covered in these fleshy filaments that look exactly like algae or weed. It sits perfectly still, waving a tiny lure on its head to trick fish into coming closer.
And the speed. Their strike is one of the fastest movements in the animal kingdom, about 6 milliseconds. You blink and the prey is just gone.
Whistles. That's faster than a camera shutter. Speaking of which, Lembeh is basically Mecca for macro photographers. People fly from all over the world with these massive camera rigs just to find something the size of a grain of rice.
You're talking about the Pygmy Seahorses, right? They are so tiny and perfectly camouflaged on their host sea fans that you can stare right at them for 5 minutes and not see a thing until your guide points them out.
Oh, the guides in Lembeh are basically wizards. They have these eagle eyes for finding things like the Shaun the Sheep nudibranch. It's this adorable little sea slug that actually uses solar power by storing chloroplasts from the algae it eats.
It's literal magic. But Kai, muck diving does require some special skills. You can't just kick your fins around like you're on a reef.
Definitely not. One careless kick and you create a silt cloud that ruins the visibility for everyone. We use a frog kick, keeping your fins up and behind you to make sure the sediment stays on the bottom. And muck sticks are great for stability, as long as you're careful where you put them.
It's all about patience and slow movement. It forces you to appreciate the tiny details you'd usually swim right past.
Before we wrap up, I've got a few mind-blowing ocean facts from the Strait. Mia, did you know the bobbit worm can grow up to 3 meters long? It stays buried in the sand with just its jaws poking out, waiting to snap up fish passing by.
3 meters? That is nightmare fuel, Kai.
Okay, how about this? The blue-ringed octopus is only about the size of a golf ball, but its venom is 1,200 times more toxic than cyanide.
It's crazy how much power is packed into such tiny creatures. It really makes you think about how every single inhabitant of the ocean, no matter how small or weird, plays a vital role in the ecosystem.
It does. Lembeh is a reminder that the ocean isn't just about the big, charismatic animals like whales and sharks. These microhabitats are fragile, and they're being affected by things like marine debris.
Exactly. That's why the work of groups like the Lembeh Foundation is so important. They're doing amazing things with plastic upcycling and teaching the local community about conservation. Protecting the muck means protecting the future of these alien-like species that we're still just beginning to understand.
Well said, Mia. It's been a blast diving into the strait with you today.
Thank you for listening to IndoDiveX. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast and share it with fellow ocean lovers.
Until the next dive, keep exploring and keep protecting our ocean.